Hi, and welcome to Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor. My name's Ashley, and today I'm going to be bringing you 5 brand new, very cute Valentine's Day DIYs. I'm also going to be bringing you 5 DIYs that I did last year, but you may not have seen because I included them in a decorating video. So I'm going to show you what I made and how I styled them. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Life with Ash. This channel is a more behind-the-scenes vlog style channel filled with mama life, mama hacks, cleaning, organizing, hauls, shopping, decluttering, decorating, and even more fun. That channel is all about real life. My hair is always in a messy bun. I live in leggings. I rarely ever wear makeup, and I'm just trying to get through this thing called life. So if you can relate to any of that, jump down to the description box below and click the link to my other channel, Life with Ash, and come hang out with me over there. First, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications for even more Valentine's fun. All right, let's jump right into these Valentine's Day DIYs. For this first DIY, I'm going to start off with this glass bowl that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to spray paint it a really pretty red color. Next, I'm simply just going to take some really cute Valentine's Day ribbon, and starting at the dip, I'm just going to wrap the ribbon going in the middle of the heart all the way around. Now, I'm not using hot glue to glue it all down. I'm just kind of applying hot glue here and there or wherever I see fit. But then after this ribbon is applied to my glass bowl, I have a really cute riser. I can use it to display some photos or a bowl of candy or a candle, whatever I want. But look how easy this was to make. And I'm telling you, every single DIY in this video is just that simple. So if you're looking for some quick and easy DIYs this Valentine's Day, you are definitely in the right place. All right, for this next DIY, this is one from last year, and I simply got this glass jar from Hobby Lobby. I filled it with some water, and my little assistant here is going to drop a few drops of red food coloring. Now I'm going to put the cap back on, give it a little shake, and now we made some fun love potion. Now I did cut out the words love potion from my Cricut, but you can use stickers, rub-on transfers, or any kind of method you like to use for applying words. And then I'm going to complete this by adding a ribbon around the top. Now, because I have children, I did decide to hot glue the cap into the bottle. That way we don't have any accidents. But if you stay tuned, in just a moment, I'm going to show you what I made and how I styled it.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky when you took my hand, said let's leave now.
Next up, I'm going to take these gold straws that I got from Hobby Lobby and these little foam hearts that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am simply going to hot glue a foam heart to each one of my straws. By doing this, I just created some really cute Valentine's Day themed straws to add to my bar cart. That was so quick and easy, and it really elevated the decor that I used on my bar cart last year. I loved the touch of the little straws and the love potion. For my next DIY, I'm going to start off with a 8x10 picture frame from Dollar Tree. Now, if you can find a white one, that's great. I could not, so I had to paint mine white. Now, while that was drying, I'm going to take this super cute gift bag that has little sweethearts on it that I found at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take the glass and put the glass where I want to cut those little hearts out of. And all we're basically going to do is cut this out and then put it back into the frame. And then you have a really easy, quick, and inexpensive piece of wall art Now, last year, I did a whole video dedicated to sweetheart theme DIYs because I decorated my guest bathroom in sweetheart theme. So if you missed that, I will put that in the link below. But real quick, I wanted to leave that in there for you. I actually forgot that when I bought this bag, I bought my girls some Valentine's cards and stuck them in the bag and forgot. So I cut right through some of the envelopes. But hey, at least they're just the envelopes and I don't have to re-buy the cards. But real life moment for you. Anyways, now that my frame is dry and my picture is all cut out, I am just going to replace it and put it back in the frame. Now, I did end up taking off the stand that was on the backing because I didn't want it to lay weird on my wall. And then I took the ribbon from the gift bag and used that as my hanger. I hot glued it down, and then just for some extra support so I knew it wasn't going to fall off of my wall, I went ahead and used duct tape to tape it down, and that's it. I love how this little sign came out. You could even take it a step further and cut out some words or a phrase from your Cricut and apply that, or another picture, or just add some kind of photo on it. But I decided just to leave it simple and as it is. That way it fits right into my sweetheart bathroom.
Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. We went to a small bar with neon lights. Talked about everything that was on our minds. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now.
All right, here's another DIY from last year, and this was actually inspired from a piece that I saw on TV from TJ Maxx but could not find it in the store, so I figured, hey, I'm going to make it myself. I went to Hobby Lobby and picked up 2 circle-shaped frames, picture frames, and then I printed out 2 photos, one of my baby and one of my oldest daughter. I took the glass out of the frame and positioned it on the photo over the part that I wanted to cut out. I traced it and cut out my photo and put it back in to the picture frame, and I did that for my oldest daughter picture as well.
Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out.
Next, I picked up these 2 X's from the wood pile section at Hobby Lobby. Now, I could only find one white one and then one silver glitter one. So what I'm going to do is paint the silver one in white paint because ultimately I'm actually going to paint both of these in a light pink paint, but I needed to cover up that silver first. Now, I used whatever pink paint I had in my stash, and I mixed it with a little bit of white to make it a little bit more baby pink, and then painted both of my X's in that mixture.
Out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. Love out loud.
after my X's were dry, I'm going to position my X over one of the picture frames. And once I know where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue and hot glue the X on the picture frame. And then I'm going to hot glue the other X on the other side of the picture frame. And I bet you can see where this is going. We are going to make a little XOXO sign, but the O's are conveniently picture frames. Now, the great thing about this is that you don't have to add a stand because you can just use the stand that are on the picture frame itself. I absolutely love this because now I can switch out the photos every year, and why wouldn't I want a cute little XOXO photo frame of my little love bugs? So now that's what I made, and this is how I styled it. For my next new DIY, I'm going to start off with this little house that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it is a chalkboard. However, I wanted to brighten this up a little bit. So I took some white chalk paint and I painted all the way around the perimeter, including the chimney, with the chalk paint. Now, I'm just going to tell you now, you might as well paint the chalkboard part too, and on the inside of the house as well, because in a little bit, you're going to see that I end up doing that. So now I'm going to take some scrapbook paper, and unfortunately the back or the front did not come off, so I kind of had to use my fingernail to make a crease on where to cut the shape that I needed out from the scrapbook paper. And then once I kind of had an idea, I tried to cut a little bigger than my crease, than my finger nail left, just in case it just didn't fit, and I cut it too big. But then when I went to try to make it fit a little better, I cut it too small. So you're gonna see that I actually use this and it ended up ripping. This probably was the hardest part of the entire video and all of the DIYs, was just getting this stinking scrapbook paper to fit inside the house. So once I finally did get it to fit, that's when I went ahead and decided to paint the chalkboard part white, because it still was not a perfect fit and you could see around it. And I figure, well, I'd rather see white than black. Now, I tried hard not to get any of my white paint on the front part of that house that's already white, because I know it's hard to see here, but it's kind of like a white distressed, and I wanted to keep that. So I was really trying hard not to get any of that white paint on the front of it. After my paint was dry, I took some Mod Podge and put a nice thin even coat all over the inside of my house, and then I took my piece of paper and went ahead and Mod Podged it in the middle. I made sure that the sides were all pressed down, that way I didn't have anything lifting up. And because I did have somewhat of a gap in that left hand side over there, I did decide to cut a little sliver of that scrapbook paper and Mod Podge it, just to kind of cover that up a little bit. If you're close, you can tell. If you're not close, you're not going to be able to tell. So once I had that little sliver of paper on there, I did decide to go ahead and put Mod Podge all over my scrapbook paper on the top, just to kind of make it a little bit more stiff and to make it look like this was all one piece.
Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud.
Next, I took my ballet slipper pink paint and I started painting the chimney. Now, although I did paint the entire chimney with that color, I decided ultimately I really didn't like it. So in a little bit, you're going to see me mix a pink paint with some white, just to kind of match one of those pinks in the scrapbook paper, or at least get close to it. And I liked that a lot better. I just feel like it made it look a little bit more cohesive and it matched better.
Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder.
After my pink paint was dry, I went in with a really small brush and white paint and just kind of touched up the chimney a little bit because I didn't want any of that pink paint on the house or the roof part at all. So I just did some touch ups. I also went in and touched up any of the inner parts as well that I might have missed. And I took that pink paint and went along the inside of the scrapbook paper in the house. I hope this is all making sense. Hopefully, seeing what I'm doing, it makes it easier to understand.
Love a little louder. Love a little.
Next, I'm going to take this pink twine that I already had in my stash, and starting in the back, I'm going to wrap this around, kind of crisscrossing the string a few times. Now, I am just staying towards the top of the house, right underneath where the peak is, and then I will hot glue down the ends to the back of my house. And you want to make sure that you do this pretty tight in the back. Next, I'm going to take one of these wooden hearts, and I am going to use my white chalk paint to paint the big wood one, and then I'm simply going to hot glue that on the side of my string. Now, again, you're going to want to make sure to paint the edges of that heart too, because I realized I didn't at first, had to go back and do that. Then I'm going to layer on this pink heart that came in the same little package, and I'm going to hot glue that on top of the white heart. I love this. I think that all the colors are just so cute and fun and dainty, and I think for Valentine's Day, that is definitely a holiday where you can get kind of whimsical and cutesy, and I'm loving it. All right, this next DIY is so easy. Again, I'm making a DIY to go into my sweetheart bathroom. So I had this candle in my stash. So right now I'm just using my heat gun to go ahead and melt down the adhesive so I can simply pull off the tag. Now I'm going to use these little sweetheart foam stickers that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby last year, and I am going to just put them all around my candle, and that's it. This can be used as a great layering piece. I could use this to take up some space on my shelves, whatever I choose to do, but this is adorable and I really love it. Now, again, this is going to be used for decor purposes only. I'm not actually going to light it, but hey, how cute. All right, this DIY is also from last year, and I even feel bad calling it a DIY. This is more just home decor. So I went to Hobby Lobby and picked up these white letters, LOVE, and all I'm going to do is paint them red. That's it, because it's really not about the letters, but it's about how I styled them, which I really think you're going to love. So I decided on my 4-tiered tray that I wanted it to be heavy on the pink, and the only red accents are going to be the letters. And look how adorable this display turned out. Not gonna lie to you, I'm probably gonna do this again because I loved the way that this looked. No pun intended. For this next DIY, I'm going to use this canvas, and at first I went in and tried to cut the canvas off with this extremely dull knife that I did not realize was dull, and I'm like, why is this not working? So however you want to, whatever method you want to use to pull this canvas off is fine, but just try not to ruin it because we are going to use it. So I started using scissors, I just started ripping it off, and then I remembered that I had this brand new knife from Temu, and so I thought that I would try cutting this off with that. Oh my gosh, what a difference a sharp knife actually makes. Look at that. So then I went ahead and finally cut off the rest of this stinking canvas. I did go back and kind of clean up all the staples in the back. I didn't take them out, but any extra canvas I just cut off. Then I'm going to give this entire wood frame a coat of white chalk paint. After that's dry, I'm going to lay the canvas down, but it's going to be white part up. And I'm going to start gluing down this frame on that canvas. I'm going to start on one side, and then I'm going to go to the bottom, which I apologize, I accidentally cut off. But the trick to this is you want to pull it taut. You really want this to be tightly glued on so it doesn't like sink in or flop anywhere. So after I had the two sides done, I flipped it over so that I could pull it taut, and I just continued to glue down the last two sides.
I wanna give you a million things, 'cause isn't love what it's all about? And how to make you smile again is something that I wanna figure out. I wanna catch you like every time that you fall. I wanna give you the world.
Next, I took my very sharp knife, again from Temu, and I am just going to cut off the excess canvas around all four sides. And you want to get as close to the frame as possible without accidentally cutting the frame, if that makes sense.
Outside your walls, if I was God, I would save you, take you where you belonged. If I could, I would give something new, then I would have what it takes, make you feel like you're safe, 'cause all I need is just someone like you, someone like you, someone like you. Yeah, I just need someone like you.
Next, I'm going to go in with these felt sticker hearts that I got in a pack from Dollar Tree. And to do this project, you will need two of these packs because I ended up being one pink heart short, which luckily I, buy in bulk. So I had another pack. But I went ahead and put down 8 pink hearts, and in the middle I put a red heart. Now this is up to you, however you want to do it. You could do all pink hearts, you could do all red hearts, you could do every other, whatever you want, but this is just kind of what I decided to do because I thought that this would make a really cute layering piece as well. So once I had them positioned exactly where I wanted, I started hot gluing them down. Now yes, they are stickers, but I just didn't know how well they would actually stick to the canvas because it's more of a fabric. So I just decided to hot glue them down. Now I am going to show you what to do if you accidentally glue one in the wrong spot. So as you can see, that one that I have is a little lower than I would have liked. So I peeled it off, and of course, because it had that sticker backing, that was left on the canvas. So all you want to do is use a heat gun or a hair dryer and heat up your hot glue. You can even scrape off the hot glue while it's hot, and then you can reapply the heart. Now this, I just decided just to use the sticky part. I didn't even attempt hot gluing it down, and it worked out just fine. Now this is optional, but for one final touch, I took this little heart and gem off a different heart and added it to the red, and I thought it was so cute. For my last DIY and one of my favorites from last year, we're gonna make some chocolate covered strawberries. I'm sorry, faux chocolate covered strawberries. So I picked up this pack of fake strawberries from Hobby Lobby and simply dipped them in brown paint. Now, I don't know if it was because this was some cheap brown paint from Dollar Tree, but this paint did not cover these strawberries very well. I don't know if maybe you would add in a thicker paint, if that would be better, or maybe that's just how any paint is going to cover this type of material on the strawberries. I'm not sure, but I did have to go over them at least 2 times if I'm remembering correctly, possibly even 3. This is how it looked after like 1 or 2 coats. So you can see that, you can see a lot of that red still popping through. But after I was completely done dipping them and they were dry, I just took some fun puffy paint and I just started decorating each one of my strawberries. Now I'm not sitting here claiming to be a decorator, or at least for food. These probably didn't look that great. I'm probably going to say my 6-year-old made them, but even still, they were fun to do. So I went in with some pink, some white, and then I went in with these little tiny beads that I got in a pack from the Dollar Tree and kind of sprinkled them over because I thought they looked like sprinkles. So I thought that these came out super fun, good enough to eat, but remember, they're faux, so please do not. And then after all of my puffy paint had dried, I wanted to show you how I styled it. So I decided to put them on my bar cart last year and display them, and look how yummy those look. I am absolutely loving all my new DIYs that I created for this video, and I'm loving the ones that I made last year and cannot wait to pull them out of my Valentine's bin. You're going to have to let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. Did you happen to see those ones from last year too? Don't forget to check out my other channel because I'm going to start decorating my house for Valentine's Day so you can see how I incorporate all of my new DIYs into my home. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications. And until I see you again, I'll craft with you soon. Bye!
Make you feel like you're safe, 'cause all I need is just someone like you, someone like you.